Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Black, the Eeveelock edition. Last time we finally defeated the first gym, which was a little bit tricky to do since I didn't think about the way my team was built and the level limitations I had quite well enough. But today we are going to go fight some Team Plasma people and we're going to grind up Flareon a little bit because Flareon is going to be the main part of our team for the next little while, because the next gym we're going to face is a normal type gym which I can't really do much against, and then the gym after that is going to be the bug type gym where Flareon will be very important. Of course, I need to pay attention a little bit to the battles right now because I'm 2 levels lower than this Purloin. It still is just a Purloin, but then again it's also 2 levels higher, so I should pay a little bit of attention. And I've got some topics prepared today. 2 of them I might not talk about both, and I'll just talk about the other in the next episode if that's the case, but I've had an interesting couple of days, and it's... When I'm going to talk about this in a minute, you guys are going to be like, this is interesting to you? That's really sad. And to a certain extent, definitely is. But anyway, so the first of which is Google. And this is going to be very fun because I'm on YouTube talking about Google, but I've been looking towards some storage solutions. I've had a Google Drive of 1 terabyte for like 2 years now, and that's $2 a month. It's literally like nothing for 2 terabytes a month. 1 terabyte, $2 a month. Anyway, it's fairly cheap. If you think about a 1 terabyte drive is like $50, so that means it's 25. That's 2 years you would pay in Google Drive, which means it's safe, backed up in the cloud. You can always access it as long as you've got internet, your drive won't break, and usually, depending on how much you use a physical hard drive, you might have it live for about 2 years, but then it'll die at some point anyway, so it's a really good deal. The higher tiers get a little bit stupid because, let me actually check, I think 2 terabytes is like 4, maybe, yeah, it probably is 4, it wouldn't be 5, because then you'd better be better off with 2 accounts of 1 terabyte, so I think that's literally 4, but then 10 terabytes is 10, which is a really good deal because you suddenly pay half the price per terabyte, and that scaling goes up all the way to 30 terabytes where you pay $300 a month, and that's quite a lot of money, but that gets you 30 terabytes of storage, which is quite a lot of storage. Nothing I couldn't fill up in due time, believe me. I mean, I pretty much keep most of the recordings. I don't keep the recordings for this Let's Play because I've already gotten some Pokemon Black footage, I do believe. And I don't want it with all the overlays and stuff, so I don't keep that. But everything else, I mean, I've got an entire, like, 3 terabyte archive of... Only Aspian can learn this, that's a little bit of a problem. Oh well. About 3 terabytes of archived footage from a lot of different games, a lot of Mario games, and like Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, some Pokemon games, pretty much every Kingdom Hearts game is in there, and that together makes up for about 3 terabytes, and that's only locally stored here without any sort of backup. So I wanted to see if I can upload that to the cloud, and uploading 3 terabytes to the cloud is going to take a while, I'm very much aware, but I wanted to see what the options are, because I'm also just still sitting on a couple of terabytes of video footage from like films, and I don't want to delete the raw footage, but every film I make, it's between like 300 and like 700 gigabytes, not terabytes. That would be insane. Anyway, so I wanted to see how much would that cost me, like a couple of terabytes of cloud storage, and it's a little bit too much for my liking. But then I figured something really weird out, and I don't know what the like caveat here is. Maybe it's just that Google doesn't think a lot of people know, but if you go for Google Business or Google Enterprise and you go for the 2nd tier subscription, which is $10 a month a user, and you go over 5 users, you have unlimited storage. Literally unlimited. And that's, I mean, if you buy 5 accounts, that's $50 a month. That's still a lot, but $50 a month would get you terabytes, I believe, in a normal Google Drive. So that's literally infinitely more. I mean, it sounds a little bit stupid saying it like that, but the same price would apply for 5 terabytes or unlimited. So I don't know if there's any other requirements for you to get the business Google Drive, and I'm not going to pay $50 a month, but that's something that might actually become somewhat interesting as time goes on, because there's a lot of footage I really want to store of, like, within the next 2 years, it's going to be over 10 terabytes. For sure. So maybe that's going to be worth it. And of course, if you do the business thing, you can maybe share it along a couple of people, have one Google Drive where, okay, probably everybody will be able to access every folder, but just do it with people you trust, you know? And everybody pays $10 a month and they get their account on your Google Drive, and that's probably not allowed, I would imagine, because at that point you can just like sell Google Drive accounts for cheaper prices. Like, I need it anyway, so I might as well sell some other accounts for like $5 or $6 a month, and I'll be able to make some money back on my investment of the $50 a month I make on it. Because I use it anyway for myself. So I can see some situations where that wouldn't be allowed, and as logic would apply there, it's probably not allowed to resell those accounts. But I don't know if it wouldn't be allowed to ask a couple of people, like, you want to come together here and all buy one package so we can all have unlimited data? Would have to read the terms of service for that, but that wouldn't be that bad of an idea now, would it? It'd actually be a pretty good idea. Because again, if you just use a personal Google Drive, that $50 a month will only get you 5 terabytes. I think. No, 50. No, not 50. Okay, I'm gonna check now. Because I've got the tab open. I don't know if the game audio will still work. $50 a month doesn't exist actually. The best you can get is $20 a month is 2 terabytes, and then you go up to 10 terabytes, which is $100 a month. So 50 doesn't even exist. But for double the price of unlimited, you only get 10 terabytes, which is stupid. Because 10 terabytes sounds like a lot, and honestly, it kind of is a lot. I mean, I've got a really rather... That was a weird sound. I don't know if the microphone picked it up. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I've got like 3 terabytes of archive, which I built up in like a year and a half, 2 years, and that's only the gaming footage. If I like also count everything else I've done over that time, I think I'm at like 6 or 7 terabytes, maybe a little bit less, but at least 5 terabytes in like a year and a half. So that means I can fill up that 10 terabytes, which costs 100. Oh, it's euros, by the way, not dollars. I see now. 100 euros a month for 10 terabytes. I can fill that up within like 2 years. So that means that I'll have to upgrade to 20, which is $200 a month. That's it's just fucking insane. So altogether, it would be way more beneficial to get unlimited, and there's really no reason ever to get a 10, 20 or 30 terabyte subscription here if you can just get the Enterprise Edition, which is unlimited. Even if you don't use the other 4 accounts, it's still cheaper. I don't know what like the rules around this are, because I haven't read into it as much, but it just messes with my mind. It's really weird. And I don't have the money at the moment to do $50 a month still, or 50 euros. It's all the same, really. It's not that big of a difference between the dollar and euros anymore these days. Actually, did I do proper battle and nobody died? Good. I didn't even pay attention that much. I think I switched out for Leafeon at some point without realizing it, maybe. I was just talking about Google, and that gets me passionate, man, talking about Google. Please, pay me. They don't. They haven't for a while, because it's been like months now since the new minimum requirements for ads, and At first I met those minimum requirements, but now I don't because my watch time has gone like way down since then. I was just above it. I thought you wanted to talk to me. Yes, you did. Yeah, my requirements and watch minutes were just above what it needed to be, which is 4,000 hours a year, I believe. And does this even... I'm gonna save real quickly on state 5. I am using an emulator, big deal. Does this crash the emulator? Don't think it does. Yeah, it doesn't. Good. So yeah, I was just above those 4,000 hours a year in watch time, and at the moment I'm at like 1.9 thousand. So I've gone under half, and it's really... watch time in the channel has gone down, as well as views, obviously. I mean, those are fairly linked together. Not necessarily, of course, because if you get less views on longer videos and people watch the entire video, you get more watch minutes, which is more important in the current algorithm. But then again, some changes have been made to the algorithm, I'm pretty sure, since I last really researched it. So it's no real use trying to figure out the algorithm of YouTube anymore, because by the time you think you have an idea as to how it works differently, because machine learning is so goddamn quick. It's just a matter of getting lucky at this point, I think. Even the engineers at Google don't really know what's happening with the algorithm, because it's a black box AI. I think they're called black box AIs. That's how they call them. Anyway, they write an algorithm to make it self-learning, and then they throw data at it, and then suddenly it can do things, but they don't know exactly what the reasoning for the AI to do stuff is. It's pretty much like a human, you know? You don't know why they do it, but you just know that what they do works, so you let them do their thing. It's really powerful stuff. What am I supposed to do next? I think just move on with the game. And probably battle a couple of people. Not too many though, because I think I might just literally die. Okay, I think that's a double battle coming up, so... Flareon, of course, is going to be in it, but also... Aspian might come in handy for the... next gym. If not for the gym after that. So I'm going to switch out Aspian for... probably Jolteon or Leafeon, which is going to be more important. Neither really. I'd say Leafeon, but if the third gym has any poison type Pokemon, that's going to be painful. But Jolteon, if he doesn't get anything other than Thundershock, which he has now, it's not going to be too useful against the third gym. But then again, the third gym is quite a way off, so I'm just going to switch out Aspian, don't forget to do that. Jolteon is a higher level. So the reasoning there is either I can use Jolteon to get this battle over quickly and without much risk, or I can use Leafeon to get him a couple of extra levels. I'm gonna use Leafeon and see what happens. I think that's the most important thing. This could be a very big mistake, I just want you to be aware of that. Because I don't know how much damage I will do with the Amber. Not enough to kill it in 2 hits. And luckily, Scratch doesn't do any damage whatsoever, so I can stay in at least another turn. Am I going to use them both on this Purloin? It will definitely kill this Purloin, but it might be a waste of one of the moves. Then again, I have to hit it twice anyway, so I might as well. Because I don't think Vine Whip is going to do as much as Amber. Never mind, it did more damage than Amber, so... I'm very, very glad Leafeon is apparently faster than Flareon, because otherwise I would have wasted an Amber. Now that Amber is going to go to the other Purloin. That only gave 1 level to Aspian. You kidding me? Come on, that thing's literally twice your level. You've got to be like literally 1 experience from level 7 at this point, right? I really like, by the way, how I don't think this was the case maybe in the original double battles in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. Maybe it was though, I don't remember. Maybe it was something to do with triple rotation battles. I don't know. But I like how if you choose a empty spot on the double battle menu, it just attacks the other Pokemon. It's just that easy. Really works well. Because usually I just spam buttons. I remember in my randomizer Nuzlocke, I think I encountered like a Deoxys or a Lugia here or something. I didn't think about rival battles. I probably should. My rivals picked Oshawott, so Jolteon is, and of course also Leafeon are going to be important parts of the team. It's level 14! That's potentially very bad. Let's switch out because I don't want Flareon to be here. Now I'm going with Jolteon because it's level 14 and Leafeon is just level 10, so I'm not really comfortable standing on Leafeon against it. Even though Leafeon would resist its water type moves and Jolteon doesn't, so I think that really kind of balances it out. Let's see how much Thunder Shock does, and if it doesn't do enough. It definitely does enough, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter one bit. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna... Water Sport, really? It's a good reason not to bring out Flareon ever again, I suppose. Unless it's for switch training. Talking about which, I think I'm going to switch into Espeon next. Because of switch training. It's another Purloin. Espeon is level 7. Oh, it became level 7 after the second Purloin died. Never mind. It's got to be close to level 8 then, in that case now, right? Not even anywhere near close. Level 12? Am I gonna do this? I'm not gonna do this, I'm not stupid. And don't use Flareon. Use Leafeon. He's only one level higher and you just noticed how powerful apparently Leafeon's Vine Whip is. So Leafeon is the best choice here. Growl is a little bit unfortunate because Vine Whip is a physical move. But I think... Wait a second, I don't know any game audio. There we go. That way I'll hear the HP sound when I am almost dead. I've been talking for like literally half of this episode without any game audio coming out of my speakers. You guys could hear it, of course, because it's my speakers which weren't turned on. This should kill, in theory, doesn't, because fucking Growl. Growl has never really been an issue for me, unless you count the very first battle against Blue and Pokemon Red and Blue, where his starter maybe has Growl depending on what starter he picked, which is depending on what starter you picked. And sometimes if he growls enough, he actually gets you to the point where you only do 1 HP of damage. The same with Leer actually, and then he can actually win. But usually it isn't really that much of a problem. More Team Plasma. Fun, isn't it? That's how this story got started, isn't it? Because we're chasing Team Plasma because they stole Pokemon from a little girl, and that's really important to Bianca, and so it's important to us because, honestly... I closed my window, why is there so much sound coming in? Didn't I close it properly? Anyway. It's important to Bianca, and since we're older than the usual Pokemon generation starters, because usually Pokemon starters, starting Pokemon trainers, of course, I mean, are supposed to be 10 years old, and I think in Unova they're either 12 or 14. So at that point, just like listening to girls is a good idea because puberty. And I'm not saying that he wants to get laid, I'm saying girls and puberty are a scary combination. If you're about the same age, of course. I mean, if I look at a girl at like 15, I'm not scared now. And I wasn't really scared. I don't think anybody ever is really scared, right? But this is an awkward conversation. This is really weird. Especially since you can't talk back to me, so I'm just making an idiot of myself. I want to talk about something else. I had two topics, and I'm going to talk about the other topic. And maybe I should have talked about that topic first and then Google, but I just wanted to get the Google thing off my chest. And now I'm going to talk to you guys about this. Is also the second time I recorded this episode, just like the last episode. This Let's Play seems to be very much cursed, because I can't record an episode the first time around, which means that I'm a little bit prepared to like the first half of every episode, which is a little bit unfair. But last time I messed up technically, because, well, I didn't mess up, Adobe Audition messed up, and, well, I also messed up as far as game audio goes, because that definitely was my fault. And I probably should have checked the audio file before I closed Audition so I could re-export it and all that kind of good stuff. I guess we all learned from this kind of stuff, right? Anyway, so this episode, first I'm recording. Bad Rat's gotta be careful, he's got a bite probably, he does. I'm not going to use another amber because I think I'll survive his bite now, and the sand attack won't hurt anyway, because he might actually miss the attack at this point. So I was recording this episode and I was fighting the Team Plasma Grunts, and I got a call. I was going so well, and it was the first time I recorded an episode in forever. I probably should switch out. Not to have a text message, and so far I haven't even gotten the text, and I'm like literally 20 minutes into this episode, so I'm going very well. Also, I probably should start switch training Aspian a little bit as well, and not just Flareon. Let's just go with Jolteon because he's the most powerful, and I'm going to get rid of this Pet Rat because it's actually fairly dangerous. So I got a call, and I was like, okay, so I can just continue on recording, and I'll be right back. But the call ended up being very, very long. And I really didn't know what I was talking about before I got the call anymore, so it really was a little bit awkward to continue the episode. So about like 8 minutes in, I think, yeah, it took me a while to go. This is why you should pay attention to what you're doing, and I got all guns about right, which is bite, because it's actually very dangerous. I almost lost my Jolteon, and I just defeated the Plasma Grunt now, so I'm happy, but I'm still a little bit scared. I'm gonna go back to heal up my Pokemon. Please don't tell me I have to fight the other one too. Charon fought the other one, right? No. No, you're not. No. Sharon, he's going to heal me. He's going to heal me. We're gonna have a double battle. He will heal me. Now, you just healed me, didn't you? Come on. You can't expect me to fight two of these guys in a row without any healing. Okay, it is a double battle, so that is a little better, I suppose. But against two Pet Rats. Pet Rats actually have become very scary. They're much more scary than Bidoof. I mean, they are Bidoof on crack, aren't they? Literally. Look at them. Is that not a Bidoof on crack? Thank you. I just want you to understand. That's a Bidoof on crack. I'm going to use a potion. Oran Berry is just 10 HP, yeah? Fresh water is 50. Well, I think it's funny to use fresh water on a fire type Pokemon. Sue me. I could have used a potion because it's literally the exact same. But I just think it's funny. So if ever attack dies, it doesn't really matter to me because it's not my Pokemon. That's a really good idea actually. Please keep attacking Oshawott. And I'm going to attack this Pet Rat just because if one of them dies, the other is really easy to kill. So please, Oshawott, you absolute fucking idiot. The other one's almost dead. Why wouldn't you attack him? It would have made it 2 against 1. I'm too scared. I outspeed it anyway, right? I won't kill the other Pet Rat, so I will just attack the almost dead one, kill it, and then make Oshawott hopefully land a critical hit and end this battle. But probably that won't happen. Oh my god. Literally 1 HP. You've got to be kidding me. It's literally 1 HP. Can't be any more than that. If a legendary Pokemon which has like 150 HP shows one sliver of HP like that, it's 1 HP. So this pet rat's got to have been at 1 HP as well. I'm gonna go back and heal my team up real quickly because this is very scary to me. Also, Flareon is now level 12, so I really should take care not to overlevel him, because if he becomes over level 20 before the 2nd gym, and whatever the level cap is before the 3rd gym, I'm gonna be in a bit of trouble. I also probably should start thinking. I also probably should start thinking about what I should do against a 4th gym, which is electric type. It's got a Zebstrika and Emolga and another electric type. The Emolga won't be hit by ground type moves. I don't even have any ground type moves. But the Emolga will go down to ice type moves. That's the only thing, because a Jolteon won't really work against it. So I will need Glaceon for that, but what else will work? Just pure power, I suppose. So I'm gonna switch something out for Glaceon. And that something is most likely going to be Vaporeon. Because Vaporeon... it won't be any good against bug types. It won't be any good against electric types. It won't be particularly good against water, against normal types. It is a water type itself. And I don't need Surf anytime soon. So probably Vaporeon isn't very useful for me right now. But Glaceon, well, not right now, but Glaceon is going to be useful at some point. And it might actually be useful if there's a grass bug type we are up against in the 3rd gym. Which I think there is. I'm not exactly sure what his team is like. But I'm definitely gonna go get Glaceon, which has Powder Snow. Or do I get rid of Asp? No, I don't get rid of Aspian. Yeah, this is a pretty good team I've got now, I think. I really should think about that 4th gym. I always forget that the normal type gym, the 2nd gym in this region even exists. So I think, oh yeah, the bug type gym is 2nd. No, it's 3rd, and that means the electric type gym is 4th, not 3rd. And it's all very confusing because it all overlaps. And when I say 3rd, you don't know whether I'm actually talking about the actual 3rd or about the 4th. And just life is complicated. But next time we'll go deal with that. I don't even know what we just got from Bianca. Was that like the EXP share or something? I'm just hoping... oh, that probably was the heal balls. Or the Palpad. I really want the EXP share. I don't know where I get it. Probably should look it up. I think in like the Charge Cave. After the 5th gym, I want to say. You get a lucky egg. Which is going to help grinding as well. Not that I need it, as I said in the last episode. I'm going to get more than enough experience anyway, because I'm battling with somebody else's, quotation marks, Pokemon. But I think we're going to end of the episode here, and next time we're going to go into this cave. So until the next time, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you have enjoyed this video, which hopefully you have. I'll see you all later. Bye. I just realized you can see literally the time I'm recording this now because of the sea gear. So yeah, it's just past 2, and it's really good time to get lunch. So I'm going to get lunch. You guys will be seeing the next episode sometime soon. Bye.